This is Team A, which consists of Pedro, Elijah, Takia, Felicio, and Duxon. Goal settings is the process by which an individual has decided on a specific level of effort to put forth to achieve. The basic premise underlining goal settings is that behavior is regulated by values and goals. FedEx Express has a plan to improve profitability and secure the long-term viability of their business in years to come. FedEx does this by focusing on things that they do best and the areas of their business with the greatest growth potential. FedEx goal is to deliver $1.6 billion of improved annual operating profit for the segment by the end of FY16.
Thank you, Takia. Pedro Beltran, can you discuss the components of goal theory and how it can be beneficial in the workplace?
These were the key points that American psychologist Edwin Locke and Dr. Gary Layton used to state that the goal-setting theory was based on the premise that much human actions has to have a purpose. Goals need to be clear and measurable, such as, my goal is to reduce maintenance downtime by 15%. Secondly, goals must be challenging, with achievement as the final payoff. Thirdly, employees must feel like part of the goal-setting process to be committed to a clearly relevant goal. Next, there must be a program that involves feedback, recognition, and progress reports. Lastly, the task must be complex, but not overwhelming, with enough time and resources available. All of these components can and should be applied to FedEx as they move towards the future.
Thank you, Pedro. Felicia, can you give us examples of goal-setting practices applicable to the company?
FedEx has have three major important goals that are set up for their employees. For example, they have the employee leadership awareness process, there is the open door policy, and also the employee feedback survey. One of the most important goals that has motivated majority of the employee at FedEx is the employee leadership awareness process. This process encourages the employees in a lower position who are willing to be in a leadership position. This process encourages them to apply for the position instead of FedEx looking for someone from outside to fill in the position. The employee within the organization will apply and then will be evaluated for their potential and their skills, and the qualification for the position. And if they meet the criteria, then the employee will be hired. And as I said, this process, has a lot of motivation strategies in keeping most of the FedEx employee within the organization.
Thank you, Felicia. Duxon, can you give us an explanation of how goal setting can affect employee motivation?
A goal setting in a work environment is one of many techniques used to raise the incentives for employees. This strategy usually motivates the employees to complete a task quickly and effectively. First, the organization, to their leaders, will give certain directions to the employee on what needs to be done and how much effort needs to be put in to accomplish the task. The goal needs to be clear, specific, measurable, somewhat challenging, and also followed by feedbacks. A great example for FedEx Company is to set a timeline or a deadline to accomplish certain tasks. For example, an increase on-time delivery by 5% by the end of the quarter, or a response to every customer concerns within 72 hours. Studies show how goal setting can lead to better performance by increasing the employee's self-esteem, motivations, ownership, and efforts to accomplish their job. The employee will feel empowered as they deliver great results to goal settings. They become motivational by seeing the evidence of the progress they've made. A committed employee will use that same motivations to push her or himself to do more and get better. A healthy, happy, and motivated workplace will paint a better picture to the company, provide a better customer service, and help the organization to succeed and grow.
FedEx Corporation will produce superior financial returns for its shareholders by providing transportation and related business services through focused operating companies. Customer requirements will be met in the highest quality manner appropriate for each market segment served. FedEx will strive to develop mutual rewarding relationships with its employees, partners, and suppliers. Safety will be the first consideration in all operations. Corporate activities will be conducted in its highest ethical and professional standards.